Greetings to my beloved CICCSA family. It is with deep gratitude and humility that I come before you today as your director of the Training Christian Department. As a training worship department, I can count it is a privilege to serve not just as administrator, but as a bridge, helping you, your families, and our churches walk into new opportunities with confidence and preparation. The mission of the TWC department is simple but powerful. And let me first introduce myself. My name is Dr. Carl E. Pierce, the presidential advisor of CICCSA, and proud to be the presidential advisor, and also the TWC director. So I didn't want to get ahead of myself before I put those installments out there so you will know where I stand today and how I'm here to assist and how we're walking in this journey together. Again, the mission of the TWC department is simple but powerful. Empower every CICCSA member to rise above and limitations and walk into a future filled with knowledge, opportunities, and faith. Too often, many have caught in cycles of waiting for a job to appear, waiting for a chance to prove themselves, waiting for someone else to decide their future. I'm here to tell you today that waiting is over. Because here's the thing. Your faith, your career path are not limited by waiting. No boundaries. With the right tools, training, and guidance, you can create new opportunities that honor both your calling and your professional goals. That is why CICCSA TWC has already begun releasing training packages. Their first secretarial training has been made available, and I'm personally working to convert it into Afrikaans. Okay, you say, why are we working on converting it to Afrikaans? Let me explain. It's as simple as this. Not because our people cannot speak English, but because sometimes learning in the language of your heart, the language spoken in your home, bring deeper understanding and quicker growth. More training will follow step by step to make sure we cover every area of needs across our churches. But that is just the beginning. CICCSA is moving into a new season where education and ministry walk hand in hand. Every reverend under CICCSA will be led down a new path where all will receive a counseling and ministry diploma from the University of AIT, better known as African Institution of Technology. That is CICCSA accreditation. This is not just a certificate to hang on the wall for some of the reverends that will be receiving their diploma in counseling ministry on the 22nd of November in Cape Town. Now that is a time for you to applaud, CICCSA, because that is making history. But it's also for the ones that's pursuing higher goals that they will also building what I call a living CV. What you'll say, Reverend Pierce, what do you mean by a living CV? What do I mean by our living CV? It means your life, your service, your training, your faith journey becomes a testimony to employers so they can recognize your worth. When you walk into an interview room or a workplace, you don't just hand them a piece of paper. You demonstrate that you are disciplined, you are prepared, you are educated, and you have already been serving with excellence. That's what a living CV looks like, So employers value those who bring both skills, character, and CICCSA training will give you both. As the director, I also want to assure you that I am here personally to assist with resume development for any members of CICCSA and family members of CICCSA. Whether you are entering in the workforce for the first time or looking to step into new roles, your resume should reflect your gifts, your training, and your journey of service. And yes, I will guide you through South African education levels from 1 through 10, making sure you know exactly how to validate whether your course or degree is truly CICCSA approved with accreditations. Whether you go outside of South Africa and get a degree or get a diploma, you must first check and see if it's accredited. Now, if you go outside and get a diploma or degree, there is a process of doing a foreign credential evaluation. Now, what that means that you will have to go. But if you get a credential that is a degree or a diploma within South Africa, we just have to go to the website, CICCSA website, just to validate that that school has the credentials of CICCSA approval, whether it's online or in person. That's why the TWC director is just an email or WhatsApp message away from you. Now that I know some may ask, how can someone living in the United States evaluate an education standards for South Africa? That is a fair concern. Let me answer clearly. I bring qualifications from the United States. I am completing my PhD. At the same time, I'm preparing to be installed as a professor of a South Africa Distinguished University. This dual perspective allows me to not only understand education at an international level, but also apply it directly to the needs of South Africa in CICCSA, congregation, churches, members. But family, remember, this is not about me. This is about us. CICCSA is not just a church body. It is a movement. TWC Department, CICCSA TWC Department exists to lift every member, every family, every reverend, all the clergy, and every child into a higher place of preparation. We are not just creating scholars. We are building leaders, equipping workers, strengthening disciples, and leading in our community. So I ask you today to pass along and share with your families and members that CICCSA is building something new. Encourage your brothers, your sisters, and your children to take advantage of the training and diplomas that that so many of the reverends and members of the church has joined and working in African institution, technology, college, which offer the diplomas for so many different types of relevant jobs seeking careers. But at the same time, they partnership with Gideon Roberts when it comes to degrees. So when you go to the site and you look through the site and say, okay, are they SACWA approval, but they partnership with a higher, because with AIT, they focus on the vocational. The level 1 through 6, they focus level 5 through 6 they focus on. But then they partner memorandum of understanding with a higher degree calling with the Gideon Roberts Institute. Gideon Roberts University. So as I mentioned before, we have several reverends that receive, not several, but all our reverends under CICCSA will receive their diploma in ministry, the counseling and ministry diploma. But at the same time, we have our presidential that's already have a BA degree in theology, but he wants to improve himself in the AIT and get recognized under the Gideon Roberts University and receive a second degree, bachelor's degree in theology, where he will then take part in pursuing his honors at Gideon Roberts University. I come to you before you today just to let you know how power. Don't wrestle with your resume. Don't wrestle with your qualifications. Man, don't dictate your qualifications. God is the qualifier. When you have the resources, when you do what is need to be done, leave it all in God's hands. And I say all that to you today. Together we will ensure CICCSA is not only a place to worship, but is a community of transformation. In closing, remember this. Your future is not a dead end. Your faith is not determined by circumstances. With the right preparation and by walking together in unity, CICCSA will rise stronger than ever. Thank you, CICCSA family, and may the Lord continue to bless our journey forward. I'm signing off. I'm Dr. Carl E. Pierce Sr., CICCSA, Director of Education, your training department. And with the support of our President Ricardo Webster, and the support of our chairperson, CICCSA chairperson, Kenneth Russo, and the General Secretary, Francisco Maya. We stand together. We stand as one. As your CICCSA executive branch, we stand as one. And don't count this as the first and last recording, because it is just yet starting to become a household video for the CICCSA community. As we walk this journey together, this is our season. Let's make it happen. Have a blessed one.